Hey everybody, it's me, Miss Clifford. Sorry, I'm not there live, but I still like making sure I engage with you guys and we still get to learn together. So um, let's go. Today we've got something that I hope you guys will really enjoy. We are looking into some technology and coding. And while we won't be able to do the coding today, um, I have discovered some like camps and things like that. You can always ask your parents about coding camp or online coding classes if you are really interested. And I think they're actually pretty affordable. But for those of you who are interested or who have ever tried it, it's awesome. And if not, well, we're going to do some of like the background thinking for coding an app today. Let me share. Here we are doing. Here we go. So it's a back to school adventure. And even though I thought this was closer to like more beginning of year, I also thought since for at least my school, we are going back to school. We are now back in our building several days a week, and I get to see some of the kids in person. I thought that this would be a cool activity for you guys to do as well. So if you cannot remember how to get to the assignment, you just go through your classwork on Tuesday, primary STEAM, and you'll see it in week 16, app developer, a tech adventure. If not, it'll show up right on the stream and you can click it there. And then you're going to click on the slides that have your name on it. So we're going to learn about app developers. Mobile app developers use technology to design the apps people use on their smartphones and tablets. App developers create mobile games, apps that identify a plant you see outside, or even an app that lets you edit your own pictures and videos. I'm sure you guys have used several of these apps and downloaded them on your phone or a parent's phone. Well, this is them actually developing that app so that you can use it the way that you do. Oop, too far. So before app developers create their app, they need to create a wireframe. A wireframe is a series of images and pictures and words, with pictures and words that show what the app is going to look like. A wireframe shows the home screen of the app, any buttons that the app will have, and any screens the buttons will lead to. So it's kind of like creating an outline for an essay or a prototype for some sort of invention. You want to make sure you show that if you start here and click this, it will lead you here. If you do that, it'll lead you here. If you hit this button, it'll take you back, go here, right? And it's supposed to map out all the ways that your app will work. Obviously, the more complicated your app is, the more of these wireframe series images you're going to need. Here are a couple examples. So some people draw them on scratch paper, maybe just to get the idea out, and they're showing the transfer of information, how to log in, what the home screen looks like, how to search things, etc., all the way until it's reviewed. You've got this one, right? Shows it where it is on the home screen, what it takes you to when you sign in. If you hit this, it'll take you all the way over here. How about hitting this button? Takes you here instead. And shows how there are multiple ways to get to the same screen. And then this one's in color on a computer. So not hand drawn, but it still has arrows pointing in directions and telling you how to get from screen to screen. Today, you'll think like a mobile app developer and create an app that kids use the first month of school. You'll follow these steps. First, you want to plan your app. Then, you want to demo your app. Finally, you can create a marketing plan to get it out on the market. Here's where you plan the app. Now, I want to give some context. As a teacher, who sees my students, and some of my students I don't see, I think this would be a pretty awesome idea for helping me to get to know my students, or at least get them to know that I'm interested in their feelings and what they're going through. If you design an app that introduces you to your teacher at the beginning of the school year, do you think that that would help break the ice? Would you feel more comfortable with your teacher? Students use emojis to tell their teacher how they feel about different parts of their day. For example, students might use a smiley face to show their teacher that they love science class. Or a student might use a worried emoji to tell their teacher that they're worried about math class. Below is a list of different parts of your day. In the text box, write how you feel about your day. For example, for lunch, you might write hungry, happy, or excited. Take a little time and fill those out. If you haven't paused me yet or they're still working, you can pause me. And if we're done, that's fantastic. Let's keep going. So here's where you get to demo your app. Demo is short for demonstration. You want to make sure that people know how your app works and also work out any kinks. So you want to show the customers how the app will work. You can create a demo of your app by using the emojis below to fill in how you feel about your day. Basically showing how would you fill this out if you were a student and your teacher had this app. You can use the same emoji more than once. You just pick an emoji and drag it into the box. Try that now. So once you guys are done, you should have an emoji in each box, something to say how you feel before school, maybe for science. How do you feel about tests? Do you have friends at school? I used to love recess, but my students don't get recess anymore, which I think is kind of sad. So, depending on how you felt, and maybe even looking back at what you said in your planning, do you think they match up? Did it work out well? Do you need more emojis, less emojis? This is where you could figure out any problems and possibly try to solve them. Here's where we get to create a marketing plan. Of course, any app developer or person who's got a job doing this wants to make sure that it's lucrative or can help make you money and keep you in your job. You're going to answer the questions in the text boxes below to create a plan to market and sell your new app. What will your app be called? Try to come up with something cute or, engaging. We want people to want to buy your app and be interested in clicking it in the App Store. How much would you charge for your app in the App Store and why? You can think about this hard or come up with any number, but if this is something you ever might be considered in, it might be a good idea to think about how much people would actually pay for an app like this, especially if it's a teacher like me who would really like an easy way to connect with their students. Just unpause me when you guys finish. Okay, so next slide. You're going to create your marketing plan, steps 3 and 4. Answer the questions in the boxes again. How will your app help teachers get to know their students? So I said I would like to get to know them, but how do you think this app is able to do that? Write your answers below. And finally, where are 2 places that you will advertise your app so that teachers will buy it? Here's where you might have to think about, where do teachers go that they might see this app advertisement and want to get the app? Or how do you get the information to the teachers? When you're done, just unpause me again. I hope you guys have been sharing your thinking. If not, take some time now and share your ideas. It's really important in science to share what we're thinking because your idea might spark someone else. Or it could be really cool to hear some encouraging words from somebody who likes your idea and lets you know you're on the right path. I hope you heard some great ideas, and I hope that you each helped each other out with developing your own. If you have extra time today, then you guys can try designing your home screen app. The home screen is the first screen a person sees when they open the app. What do you think it should look like when you open the app if you want people to want to keep playing or want to keep your app running? Again, you've got the name of your app, hopefully something catchy, a slogan. It can be something fun or cute, witty even. Maybe it rhymes. Does it tell the customer about the app and what it does? And then feel free to Google some images that you could use to make your home screen real engaging and real vibrant. If you have extra time after that, I'd like to know what kind of apps you would like to design. I told you which kind of app might be helpful to teachers, but what would you want to design if you could code? Do you have any game ideas? And do you think you'd go to coding class? You guys can type in the box here. You don't have to type on the lines, but it's just letting you know where the space is. So you can get rid of the lines and type whatever you need to. So I hope this was fun. I can't wait to see what kind of apps you guys would come up with. And if anybody's still interested in coding, let me know and I'll see what other information I can get for you and your family. Last thing I want to show you, again, if you have time, there was a really cool video about a 10-year-old app developer. So someone just about your age. And he's already got 5 apps on the App Store. You could probably look them up yourself and see if you like them. Let's see if the video works. All right. So this is the boy that they're talking about, and they're going to just tell you a little bit about him and what his suggestion is to young people out there who are interested in technology.
Geek in town, 10-year-old Yuma from Australia. He started coding when he was 6, and he already has 5 apps on the App Store.
Well, how I started coding was because my school didn't have enough challenges to satisfy me, so I had to I wanted to learn more and give myself
Oops, it paused.
more of a challenge.
So
We'll give it a second to load. But just based off of that right there, he's 10 and still trying to challenge himself beyond what school could do for him. Do you take on challenges like that at school? Or have you been sitting back and being kind of lazy? It's a good idea to reflect and always make improvements for yourself and for your life.
your goal when you grow up
Yes.
is to do what?
My goal is to
Nope, still doesn't want to load. Well, I'll add the link for you guys in case you want to watch it yourself. Maybe it'll load better if we were not on, recording. But basically, he said that he wants to grow up and get into technology and he wants to help make the world better, which I think is really noble. He encourages other young people who are interested to get into coding and do it early because he feels like coding and technology are a huge part of the future, which I can agree with, especially considering the way we've been doing school recently. So, if that's something you're ever interested in or you just want to keep up with the times, he suggests trying coding. All right, well, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully, it didn't take too long or too short, but I look forward to seeing you guys soon, and I hope you had fun. I'll see you guys next time.